It's difficult to determine the exact length of time. Once our office, and the reason why I say that is that there's two parts to every case. You have your liability, which is how the accident happened, and that's where the importance of a police report will come into play. You have the statements of the parties involved in the accident or witnesses to the accident. It takes time to gather that information. Sometimes we need to have an investigation done. If the defendant was drunk at the time of the accident and ticketed for DWI, we're going to want to look into that to find out whether or not there's other potential defendants who could come into play as far as bringing additional insurance coverage into your case. The second part of the case is determining what the extent of your injuries are. In New York State, you must qualify to pursue a lawsuit. Everyone must sustain either a fracture, a scar, a permanent injury, injuries resulting in death, loss of a fetus that's viable, or being disabled 90 days consecutively during a 180-day period of time. And these are the threshold requirements set forth by the New York State Insurance Department. All of this information must be documented by your treating doctors, by your employer as far as time lost from work. So again, it does take time to gather that information, and we want to make sure that we secure all potential insurance coverages that are there for your benefit and protection. That's sometimes difficult because we need to determine how it has impacted you and your family and their lives, how the doctors are actually wording the information in the medical documentation to ensure that all of your body parts have been documented and that the insurance carrier is actually acknowledging that they are related to this accident. So until we get into your case, I would say when we get close to the EBT stage, which is examination before trial, at that point we can kind of sort of be able to give you an indication of how much longer. The other problem that could come into play or benefit that could play to you is who the insurance companies are that are involved. There are some insurance companies that are better than others, that once they have the documentation and they acknowledge that there is a value to your case, they're more applicable to look to negotiate and settle the case. Other insurance carriers just are unwilling to do it and want to take this case right up until the courthouse steps.